Let's move on quickly and stick with the Southern Africa with the Namibia International Oil and Gas Conference, which will wind down tomorrow, Thursday, in Windhoek, after 3 days of deliberations around the various issues that the country is looking to deal with as it plans to join the elite club of OPEC producers by the year 2030. And there is more on the agenda for the several hundreds of delegates that are attending the Namibia summit. Let's take excerpts for you from 3 of the key speakers on Wednesday.
I need to admit that for years, NAMCOR has been at the forefront of our country's hydrocarbon exploration. Our technical team has been spending time and hours to understand the data and promoting the country potential. In 2018, we commenced with a project that we call Prospect Inventory. And the focus of this project was essentially to do the mapping, to do the interpreting and gathering of diverse prospects and lists different play types of offshore Namibia. It is as a result of this data gathering, data interpretation that most of the discoveries has been made. It is therefore indeed a dream come true for NAMCOR to see how the petroleum industry in Namibia is now buzzing. After years of promotion, after years of exploration and collaboration, especially between NAMCOR and the Ministry of Mines and Energy. We now know for certain that these discoveries is just the beginning. NAMCOR anticipates more discoveries still to come. In fact, for this year, starting from November, with our partners, we are expecting drillings to start taking place with our JV partners such as Chevron, Rhino Resources, and BW Energy. But as we are doing this, we also know great challenges are still awaiting us, which is a successful appraisal, development, and eventually moving into the production.
This conference promises to shape and help us understand the trajectory of Namibia's energy landscape. Chevron is excited to participate in Namibia's offshore exploration activities through our 80% working interest in PEL 90 with our partners NAMCO and Custos Energy. We have been warmly welcomed by the government of the Republic of Namibia, the Ministry of Mines and Energy, NAMCO, and all the governmental institutions and our partners who we have engaged thus far. Perhaps even more importantly, we have been warmly welcomed by our communities, NGOs, bilateral agencies, and civic organizations with whom we've been able to forge some meaningful partnerships, demonstrating our commitment to the communities that host us. I would like to take this opportunity to emphasize a few key points, or truisms, if I may. The demand for energy is growing, and the world continues to demand affordable, reliable, ever cleaner energy that fuels economic prosperity and reduces energy inequality. This energy demand can only be met if we harness our collective ingenuity to develop all forms of energy, both in the traditional and the new energy space. The type or form of energy the world needs, nor the manner in which an energy molecule needs to be delivered is not a binary decision. To meet the global energy demand, we need all forms of energy. Chevron is committed to delivering on this edict, demonstrated by our significant investments in both the traditional oil and gas business and the new energy space, which focuses on methane management, carbon capture, hydrogen, new energies, and offsets. That said, the draws and the competition on our limited capital budgets is intense.
My friend and brother, Shana, talked about 6 years, 6th edition, brother, 12 years. 12 years of putting Namibia at the forefront. 12 years when nobody gave hope, believed, 12 years of believing. 12 years, Selma, of driving it. 12 years of convincing skeptics that it is possible. 12 years. 12 years of keep forging that road that sometimes get narrowed and people don't believe. 12 years of keep driving a belief that in the land of the braves, everything is possible. Thank you so much for those 12 years. With those 12 years of a lot of this work and many decades, tend to believe Chevron did the first discovery in this country. What is it, before I was born? Gee, 1975, 76, 74, I don't even know. But they are back. And it makes sense because now is the time that we move forward in driving more exploration. Now is the time that we harness the ingenuity of Total Energies, Shell, Garb. I mean, Garb, I was just making fun of Adriano. I said, the guy Garb found, when was the last time Garb had a discovery? But they found it in Namibia. So any person that drills has a great discovery. So it's no longer me saying those 3 very beautiful words, drill, baby, drill. You are doing it, and it is working. Minister, as we go forward, I believe you would hear a lot from this audience. They're going to hold you accountable. They're going to push you. And we're going to ask for better fiscals. We're going to ask for better enabling environment. We're going to ask for sanctity of contracts. And we're going to ask for stabilization. We're going to ask for these tools that is going to make these energy producers drive up this development and really happen. And what's beautiful about this industry is that it works in collaborations, it works in partnerships, brings best practices that have been acquired from different places. Whether you look at Exxon with what it's doing in Guyana and looking at how they could rally those stories, but also what we do when it comes to empowerment. You know, the idea of empowering citizens, it should be at the core of this industry.
Incredibly, this year marks a decade since Shell opened its office in Windhoek. And these last 2 years have been particularly active, to say the least. Together with our joint venture partners, Qatar Energy and Namcor, we have worked at an unprecedented pace and scale to understand our license, both the volume resources in place and the commercial potential. Since drilling of our first well, Graph, end of 2021, which established a working petroleum system, we have drilled 6 exploration wells, 3 appraisal wells, and completed 2 flow tests. The most recent activity, we are concluding the exploration well Enigma, being this a further discovery. This pace is thanks to the Ministry of Mines and Energy and those collaborating with us, our partners, including Ochfeld Drilling, who have been operating our rig, the Deep Sea Bolsat, which is the rig we have been using so far.